Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? We have breaking news coming out of the Kurdistan area, if you will. Turkey has launched an all-out assault. It's on. And they've teamed up with President Assad of Syria. So it's President Erdogan of Turkey and President Assad of Syria are launching a massive invasion on the Kurds in northern Syria, northern Iraq, and part of Turkey. And we've got some information I can show you right now. I mean, here's Turkish vehicles. They are just rolling in from everywhere. But right now, they've been bombing them all night long. All night long, Turkey has been literally bombing and destroying and just dropping bombs on civilians as well as just everybody. They don't care. And now they're rolling in. Brock's got the latest tweet. Brock, what is it just now come across the wire? What did Erdogan say?
President Erdogan says, the Turkish armed forces, together with the Syrian National Army, just launched Operation Peace Spring against the PKK and the YPG terrorists in northern Syria. Our mission is to prevent the creation of terror across the southern border and bring peace to the area.
So what you're saying is Erdogan is saying that he's got to go in there and annihilate the Kurds because that's how he's going to bring peace in the area. But the Kurds were not the problem. What is he talking about? The Kurds have been living peaceably forever up there. They haven't been doing anything. And so he's blaming this on the DPK, right? Both
groups of Kurds.
Yeah, he's trying to say that there's a group of Kurds, what he calls, and he's trying to say that those guys have been causing trouble with Turkey. And that tribal battle's been going on forever. But that's not what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with innocent Kurds, the Kurdish people, also known in the Bible as the Assyrians, because that's who those folks are that live in that region of what's called Kurdistan, which is not a country. It's a group of people that live in northern Syria, northern Iraq, and part of Turkey, right there in that mountainous area. And there's a lot of oil there. And the United States has been there, and we've been protecting these people for quite some time. Although they are very ferocious fighters, and they will fight hard, but this is an overwhelming attack by Turkey's President Erdogan. Erdogan announces the start of this military operation in Syria. The Kurds are good people. A lot of the Kurds are Christians. This is a genocide attempt by Erdogan. Turkish President Erdogan and Russian President Vladimir Putin were talking on the phone. They agreed on the importance of ensuring the unity of the territorial integrity of Syria. Okay, so Putin is signing off on this deal. The Russians are not fighting, but the Russians are blessing it. And so when you have the Russians blessing, that means the Russians are getting out of the way and are just saying, go ahead and do what you need to do. I agree with you. And by the way, the Syrians, the Syrian army under Assad is going to help in the attack. But Turkey is invading an area of people who don't do anything, that are no threat to Turkey. This is unbelievable. But this guy's been hell-bent. Here's another photo. You can see the Turkish, they're just roaring through. There's a kid, he looks like probably a young Syrian, just standing there watching all these military vehicles roaring through the countryside, headed toward where the Kurds are at. Now, they've been bombing the Kurds all night long, and massive. We don't know how many casualties. There's no way to get anybody in there to report this. All the power's been cut off to the people. We've been checking Periscope. Can't find any live feeds out of there. Heidi's been trying to find if we can get some live feeds from the Kurdish people on Periscope. There's nothing live. So that's been shut down. And earlier, Russian and Turkish Presidents Vladimir Putin and Erdogan talked on the phone. They noted the importance of ensuring the unity in the area, the integrity of Syria. What does that mean? Since when does Syria had any integrity? I mean, they've had ISIS running around chopping people's heads off. Where was Erdogan then? Let me just say really right now how I really feel. When ISIS was running around chopping people's heads off and sticking them on fence posts and butchering and murdering the Yiddies, killing the Kurds, and killing Christians, Syrian Christians throughout the entire country of Syria, where was Erdogan? Where was his concerns about peace in the region? I'll tell you where he was at. His son was buying oil from ISIS, who were stealing it from the Kurds in northern Syria. That's where he was at. That was and we reported that 5 years ago, back in 2014, when ISIS rose up after the CIA left all that American hardware just sitting there during the Obama administration. That's what went on. Now all of a sudden, when it's over and ISIS is pretty well wiped out and now we can all get on with life, Turkey now Turkey is going, who's been sitting back for the last 7 or 8 years, waiting on the war to finally end. Now they're going to go in, slaughter the Kurds, and take the oil. That's exactly what this is. They're not bringing peace to nobody. They're butchering, murdering, and they're going to do a genocide on these Kurds. The only thing that could save the Kurds now is God himself. And I got a lot of confidence in God. But it will be a slaughter in the process. Turkey, I need Turkey to understand something. If they would study their Bible, they would know this. This is Team Gog and Magog teaming up, guys. This is Gog and Magog getting ready. They're going to try to take this area as they advance in their coalition with Russia and then with Iran. And we've already showed you those three have met 5 times in the last 12 months. What I call Team Gog and Magog, that's Turkey's Erdogan, Iran's Hassan Rouhani, and Putin of Russia. The 3 of them have met 5 times and had summits on a plan for Syria. Guys, this is Team Gog and Magog. First on the agenda, crush the Christian Kurds. Second, get in position to surround Israel. Meanwhile, we don't know if this peace deal, we don't even know if Israel's government's going to get confirmed or who's going to be the prime minister. And meanwhile, President Trump is wading through the creatures in the swamp in the United States. Can you see the plan developing? It's a counter plan on heading us toward Armageddon. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Pray for the Kurds. And this is happening on Yom Kippur, on the Day of Atonement.